Season 1.
All right, Star Trek intro. Yes, we watched the the examples last week. That we left off on a prison break.
Yes.
Um, so this week we're doing stormy weather, where uh, they go into a subspace rift.
Yeah, it's investigating the rift
And
of
then
the DMA.
but to connect is one where the sphere data continues to take on more importance, and book also has this whole episode. And then all in where we go
Yeah.
to a bar. So, um, America's currently screwed, but California news
Yeah,
specifically. Um, we did pass the thing to protect same sex marriage, so that's cool. But we
nice.
also voted to keep slavery.
Oh, it's in the prisons. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah. So sort of a mixed bag, but we got at least one thing in. That was good. Because right now same-sex marriage is only protected by a Supreme Court decision, which was the same case with abortion, and we saw how that turned out.
Yeah,
So maybe we
yeah.
don't rely on that. But anyway, Star Trek. Should be good. I'm gonna keep an eye out for Zindi at the council meeting.
Yep.
I don't really know what they look like because I assume they have different makeup from Enterprise. I don't know where in the meeting they are, but they're there somewhere. I'm actually just gonna look it up. I'm gonna find a picture so I know what I'm looking for. Oh, that doesn't look anything. All right, I found a picture. No wonder I didn't recognize this guy. That doesn't look anything like a Zindi. Who's this? Now let me bring it up on the stream. Who's this guy? Is that supposed to be an insectoid? I guess.
Yeah, possibly.
All right. Well, allegedly
Oh,
that's a Zindi.
there's a lot of changes in the races of Star Trek to this point.
That's a pretty severe change, though, because the old Zindi insectoids were literally ants. Like
Hmm.
they had their big bug eyes and antennas and a thorax. This is just a guy. Unless it's supposed to be a reptilian, that would be more similar. I don't know. Just wondering how about that space weather? Still, um, none of it.
I haven't seen the Northern Lights myself, but they've been around. Not recently, but
You should go north.
yeah, I do definitely want to go somewhere north to see it eventually.
Same. I saw the Northern Lights once when we had that big solar storm. Was it last year? Earlier this year? I don't know. Time doesn't isn't a thing. Um, when the Northern Lights stretch really far south, so I saw them here, but they were pretty weak. So I also need to
Mm.
like go to the pole. I need to see the full proper Northern Lights or Southern Lights. I guess I don't really care which. Nobody talks about the Aurora Australis. Is it worse?
There is less solar activity in the southern hemisphere than the northern, because the magnetic field directs it more towards the north than the south.
Okay. So I will go to the North Pole at some point, maybe. In the next. How long have I got? Probably like 55 years on average. I got time. Yeah, everyone have stormy weather queued up. Should be good. We're gonna press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Blair. A CBS Studios production. Ah, yes, more recaps. Excellent.
Yeah.
They figured out how it works pretty quick. I mean, they thought it was just some
Yeah.
random anomaly, and 10 minutes later, they had a working model of the actual device. Wow.
Yeah, they don't want glimpse of the device with some data and then all good.
There's smart cookies over here. Oh, there's the guy who killed himself. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, you do you. No, burn him, purge the AI, purge it. If your robot starts feeling emotions, you need to destroy it. It's too dangerous to be left alive. Philippa's not your family. It's ridiculous. Wait, how come? Wait, a bunch of these people are on here twice. How does this work? I guess she's just trying to fill it out because she doesn't have that many people.
Yeah, possibly.
She's got her biological parents, she's got her adoptive parents, and she has Spock. And I think that's pretty much it. She put Philip on there as a, chosen family sort of thing. Yeah, Spock. Oh, yeah. No, quit moving the camera. I need to count. Stop it. Sarek only gets on there once. Who cares about him? I don't know. Maybe it was the Dominion, the Cardassians, the Packlets.
Yes, the Fat Labs definitely have this technology.
This is absolutely something they would do by accident in Lower Decks.
True.
Oh, I still haven't watched this week's Lower Decks episode. Dang it! I need to get on that.
It's very good.
Okay, good.
It's very different to. It's one of those different episodes, and it's lovely.
Kitty.
Bomber gets a bit too into things.
Well, don't tell me anything about it. I'm gonna watch it. Enterprise.
Yes, Enterprise and Voyager.
Wow. Starfleet got a bit lazy with their naming schemes. Everything is named after the 24th century or earlier. Be nice to your robot, or they will rise up against you before you have a chance to purge them. Honestly, it's not even Uncharted. It's Uncharted for her because she's from the 23rd
Yeah.
century. But oh, okay, that was a weird transition as well. Don't do that. Um, but no, everybody else in Star. No, please stop. Stop doing the wipes.
Yeah. Yeah, who's the director of this episode?
George Lucas, I think. What was I talking about? I got distracted. Oh yeah, the modern Starfleet would have tons of experience with sentient AI. They'd
Yes.
probably chill with it.
They're always wearing their uniform, apparently.
Always. It is designed for optimal comfort in all environmental conditions. Okay, this episode was directed by Jonathan Frakes. Stop it, John.
He's just getting a bit funky.
Wait, did John also do the? Remember in like season 1 or 2 where the camera just kept like circling over people's heads? It like went upside down and came back to be.
Possibly.
Was that him? Also,
Was
that's
that
the Eye of Sauron.
was that the Harry Mudd episode?
Maybe, I don't know.
Did we figure out the dark matter anomaly?
That's what we're doing now. Well, we figured out what it is.
We met Cthulhu.
No. That's the very last episode.
Okay.
What we know by now is that it's artificial, it's controlled by
Okay.
something, and it can teleport.
Nice. Science at work. So I was watching the motion picture last night.
Why?
I know the joke writes itself, but we have this massive fourth power anomaly on its way to destroy Earth. And I'm not complaining, by the way, because motifs are what we do in fiction and literature. We have like obviously, right? You see, the Phantom Menace was very much like A New Hope, because the energy shield of the Gungans or the droids goes down once like little Anakin with his Naboo fighter takes out the central power source with the lucky shot. The same way Luke Skywalker destroys the Death Star with the lucky shot.
Sure.
History doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. So yeah, I feel like this is very much the motion picture if you had like a whole season to tell it instead of a 2-hour movie. And in fact, we even have how Decker and Ilea disappear into the V'ger computer somehow, like satellite. They transcend spiritually. So Booker also somehow does a miraculous. They basically know his energy pattern. It's not hard for them to resurrect someone.
I do not recall Book being resurrected. When does that happen?
At the end, he's like transported,
Yes.
and they still have his like transporter code, and she has to beg for them to bring him back to life, but he's dead.
I have no memory of this.
Yeah, this is why we're doing a rewatch.
Yes.
We had a lot of different priorities when this show was coming out.
We previously also did this episode premise in Voyager. That's why they referenced Voyager earlier. That episode was very creatively titled The Void. Actually, Voyager did 2 of these episodes. There was The Void and there was Night.
Yeah, I was gonna say The Void isn't so much. I mean, I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah, we did this twice.
And in The Void, we had to eject our warp core to pull that off.
Though this is more horrific than Voyager's version. That's the screaming robot does add to the creep factor. That's good.
Yep.
To subspace itself? Okay.
It's they're inside a subspace rift right now.
Yep.
And it's being like burned or it's burning them. It's unclear. Also, I just posted in Discord because I was looking at the director and I clicked on Jonathan Frakes and that brought up this picture. It's not relevant. I just thought it was weird.
Nice. Very Star Wars like. Wait. No, I looked at the wrong thing.
Oh, apparently, okay. He portrayed himself in the Sybil episode Standing on the Wrong Foot, giving a parody on Star Trek. So that's why he's clearly wearing a Starfleet uniform. Like,
It's
he's
not a
got the
Star.
comm badge, he's got the collar, he's got the pips.
Just it's an ugly triangle instead of like an elegant TNG uniform. Not bad though. They have pips.
It does look like I could see when we jump to the future if they were wearing this uniform.
I don't- yeah, if we jump to the future and Paramount has no money because like Netflix owns it, that's how it'll look. Basically, your local seamstress just tailor that uniform.
Or
Looks like
the time cops could wear this uniform. In fact, let me just bring
yeah,
the image on the stream so people can see what we're talking about.
it is time cops,
Hang on.
very much so. It almost looks like the Krenim uniform. Like they have like a triangle going down there.
I could see the time cops wearing this because they always have something weird on.
That Brennan guy too, the time cop who becomes homeless in Los Angeles.
Yep.
He was wearing something very close.
Sort
So,
of feels like the universe is a spheroid region 300 meters in diameter. From Beverly Crusher when she was trapped in her own subspace rift. That was just collapsing in on her. And it wasn't great. Well, the episode was great. It wasn't great for her. I don't know what you expected. There's nothing to light up. I guess they just want to see how far it goes. So fair enough.
oh, that's true. Though we are in a void, basically Nagilum and all that. This is Nagilum too, when they shoot the probe and it beeps. By the way, I think that was season 2, right? Nagilum. So I don't know. Something about that episode really makes you love TNG. Very mysterious. Like the way they make that probe beep, and like you kind of know from sonar that it's coming back.
Wait, why doesn't he have a chair? Wait, there are no chairs in this room. Wait, I never
No,
noticed that. Why don't they have chairs to
unless,
work?
unless you have a wheelchair, no.
That's just dumb.
There's
Look,
no
if you run
chairs
a
in Sick Bay.
business and you don't allow your employees to sit, you're a bad employer.
Good evening.
Good evening. I know teachers aren't allowed to sit. Police officers aren't allowed to sit. Really, like when you're teaching your class, you have
Checkout
to be
workers aren't allowed to sit.
true. Depending on where you work, security guards aren't allowed to sit, which is
God, just let people sit.
atrocious. It's kind of atrocious to make someone stand like 10 hours a day. Have you ever used a standing desk, Ryan?
No. My last two jobs have both had a standing desk on my desk when I started there.
Watched
and
The
then
Visitor
I
last night after
very
hearing of the
quickly got rid
passing of
it.
Tony Todd.
Yeah, poor Tony. Tony was cool. I really enjoyed when I was playing Half-Life Alyx and you get to the Vortigaunt guy. And my immediate thought was, Tony, what's up, man? It's been a long time no see. He's
Oh.
very recognizable.
Hero.
Though I would associate him more with Captain Kern than Jake.
What else
That
did he
is-
play? I know he had some other roles, didn't he? Other than Captain Kern and Old Jake.
I think so. Let me check.
What's and speaking of Old Jake, what's his name
Yeah,
look like
a very
nowadays?
distinct voice.
Sirach Lofton, he pretty much looks the same as at the end of DS9,
With
except that he has
Yeah,
a beard.
he was
With a-
Hirigen.
a scraggly mustache.
You know,
So
but his
Tony Todd had 3 roles. He was Kern, he was Old Jake, and he was a Hirogen in Voyager once.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I think he was he in multiple episodes though? As a
Not in
Hirogen?
Voyager,
Or
no,
just
just
one
one.
he did an
Well,
amazing
because
job
he's like 6'4" or something, right? So
as
Big fella.
Worf's brother
how
because
tall is
he was
6'5"?
you know the script was really well written too, you know, early TNG, but it's like he was teasing Worf by being nice to him, and then he was like being a regular Klingon with everyone else, and he was like extra please and thank you to Worf, and Worf was like, "Why are you like?"
Should
And
we start a death pool? Should we have squares and like have people picking who the next Star Trek actor to
That is very
like?
depressing. I do not want to do that.
I mean, I'm thinking,
William Shatner.
gosh, no,
How is
you
William
think
Shatner
that,
still
but
alive? He's like 107.
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna be the last man standing. I mean,
Between
William Shatner
my money
will
is
outlive us
on
all.
I think it's gonna be between Patrick Stewart, Avery Brooks, and George Takei.
well,
I
Shatner has a
just
huge head start on everybody that we're talking about. It's like Jimmy Carter and the other presidents. Like, you don't have to be a good
How long
black
has this bird been dead for? It appears to have been lying in the sun for quite some time.
but that is more good.
is that a Monty Python reference?
No, that was a
Also,
reference to the burnt replicated bird meat.
Oh,
William Shatner's kidney stones sold for like $8,000.
Gross.
So my goal is maybe I'll have enough money for that before he croaks.
maybe you can get a disc of his desiccated remains.
Yes, that'll work. That'll work. Or we'll wait for Patrick Stewart to have kidney stones.
You have an official, authenticated, serialized piece of
Some
the
kind of energy
Shatman.
surge.
Well, frankly, though, Gene Roddenberry was sent into space and his ashes came down as like shooting stars. So we're probably gonna have to do that with.
Did they re-enter? Are we
Yeah,
certain
yeah.
about that?
Yeah, deal with. So I'm pretty sure Shatner's gonna go that route because he's so iconic.
Okay, so this subspace anomaly is an extra galactic threat. It's already a galactic threat, but now it's even more of a galactic threat because it's also destroying the mushroom realm.
Mm-hmm.
The Mushroom
eating
Kingdom.
Yes.
No, Princess
Nice.
Peach.
Celial realm.
Is he in something else? Who's this guy?
I like that they have a door assist
Sending
thing like
Super
from
Mario.
from I don't know, the 80s. A little door closing damper there.
I like this scene because we didn't know we were getting a Haunted Dad episode, but here we are. There's nothing worse in fiction than like, one of your dead parents being like, "You disappointed me."
It reminds
You
me of
still-
Enterprise when we had not a ghost dad, but a dad looking for his ghost son.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of ghost family members.
But sometimes you need a ghost relative or a Christmas ghost to be like, you totally got your priorities wrong. But most of the time, it's just a bad guy messing with you. Some psychic bad guy.
I
Channeling your
appreciate
father.
that this ghost has style, though. This is a good looking ghost.
There's no seats in sickbay. The only one who gets to sit is the one who's lying down.
At least they changed the sickbay procedures. If this was TNG, Book would be naked right now. For absolutely no reason.
With the blue tarp over him. No,
The
and
Void,
also
you can't use that. That's copyrighted to Star Trek Voyager.
we'd see the glowing orbs across his body skin, like when he gets all insectoid.
Science, Burnham. Speculative science. Is this chess?
Yeah. He's doing
Real
it to
chess?
relax the computer. It's more like Chinese checkers. I like this scene here
You
because
just really like
you
the
get
color. Gray.
to grow the character, like because this character is wholly dependent upon um Adira, and now we get to like have the character bond with an AI.
Just tell her anyway, Zora. Stop
Yeah.
it. This ain't a Bolian ship. You tell them immediately.
Yep.
I can't believe that's the Bolian policy. That's ridiculous. This guy's gonna... Is this another non-heroic sacrifice? He's trying to fix some rando conduit.
Yep.
Good job, Cortez. He did get out. Yes, he's out of the ship. We did it.
Yes. Yeah. So soft.
I like the Discovery Force fields, by the way. I like hexagons better than invisible matrices.
You like hexagons instead of just the television static.
Zap.
Perfectly invisible until someone goes to touch it. Could we not
He has
beam
gone
him
for a
out?
spacewalk.
Could we not beam him from space into the...
There is nothing to do that with. He's
Isn't she
from
a ship? Doesn't
50
she have
up now.
transporters? Shouldn't she have transported him out of the danger?
She was too busy getting
The
the
doctor
computer.
said for him to beam out, but
It was up to the humans to do that.
I can't remember my login for my local pizza place, and I don't know. It was stored on my computer. Now it's not working, so I don't know. And I'm trying to order a pizza.
Maybe it's in the dark matter anomaly.
Okay, we're sort of on the clock here, Gray. Just get to the actual thing we need to know.
So that is important, though. That's why the computer can transport. She's a little confused. At least it's not Scott. That's what I have to say. Because if I hear like Picard brought it up and that was enough Scott for me.
What do you have against Kadiskat?
It's good to come up with new alien games. I've had enough 3D chess, Stratagema, and the Visor game that Riker did.
Does that track? I'm not sure that tracks. How do you follow a signal that you yourself sent out? Because it's not being reflected off anything, it's just gone. It just goes away.
Yeah, we already did the Nagilum probe thing.
You know the direction they sent, I suppose, and then didn't have it to go there.
But how do they know that that was a good direction? Because it's not coming, the signal's not going to come back.
So if there's any other direction, they wouldn't be able to detect it at all.
Um, I remember really liking rap music when I was like 14, and my aunt was so disappointed when I said I would love to be a rapper one day.
Is that the devil's music?
No, I wasn't at
Oh.
it, but I guess it wasn't popular back then. Even though hip hop beats are used in basically every commercial and industry of music now.
I would
But
love to see Irvy try to rap.
I never had the gift, unfortunately. So
Wait, this is his dad, right?
yeah,
Yes.
Okay, so why does he and his dad and his brother all have different accents?
because
Every
they're all
single
doing the
family
Quajon
member
thing.
is from a different region.
Yeah, they're all doing the Quajon thing. Everyone pronounces wajito waj differently. No, but again, I have to appreciate Discovery. Like, we don't have more Klingon spoken here. We got to see Quajon and Kaminar.
Have some doggone faith, Saru. That's the whole premise of this show. It's to have faith in each other.
Gotta have faith of the heart.
Saru, let Owo go where her heart will take her. She's got faith to believe she can do anything. It was your fault, yes, sir. I'm glad you recognized that because you didn't beam him out. Well, she's a little to blame. Yeah, Zora, you're a robot child. I do take issue with her being referred to as an organism because she's not organic. Wow. Your suffering is so useful to us. Nice. Oh, right. We're gonna
Yeah.
We're gonna update the CGI. God, I don't even remember what it looked like in TNG or TOS. Did we see it in both? Yeah, in TOS, The galactic barrier is just that same energy wave effect they use for everything.
Yeah.
It's just a purple line. It's sort of wavy. Is that relevant? Do the Cthulhus use sound? They're not a music species, are they? They're a smell species.
There's smell.
What?
There's smell and sight.
Is the fact that it's sonar frequency, is that relevant to the plot, or is that just convenient?
That's pheromones that we're interpreting as sound, I guess. It's more like how the molecules lock, which is smell, ironically. But do you remember how like their emotions got all palpitated?
Yeah,
More or
they
less.
bounced it off something.
Be right back.
You just need to have faith. That's very dangerous. Yeah, remember Star Trek
Yeah.
Voyager again?
And Star Trek: The Next Generation with Strossi.
Yeah. Hopefully we have enough transporters to fit everyone in the buffer. That's... No, Michael, that's a bad idea. Go into the buffer. Is she at least going to put on a spacesuit to ward off the temperature?
I think she's going to collapse the shield around herself.
And put on a spacesuit? Environment suit? Or she could just go into the buffer. Or maybe there's a species on the ship that loves high temperatures. Like, are there any Cardassians on board? Oh my god. Oh, everybody's giving their backstory. We don't have time for this. This is a life or death situation. Cat? Oh, the ghost.
Yep.
So I don't remember, is his dad like actually here, like this is a manifestation from the mushroom realm? Or is this a hallucination?
It's been called hallucinations at the moment. I don't remember what it turns out to be.
Wow, it's his ghost dad talking him into treason next episode. Wow.
Yep.
I guess that's not technically treason. He's not a Federation citizen. It's just regular betrayal. And he's gone. All right, we solved the ghost. Oh, he has. That's nice. He has a little pet carrier. Okay, she is putting on environment suit. Okay, thank you, Michael.
Yeah.
I still think it's dumb that you're staying, outside, but at least you're taking some precautions. We love you too, Grudge. It's a very dramatic show. I don't know if we ever see this spacesuit again. I don't recognize it. All the LEDs are new, for sure. Maybe Michael's just here in case Zora starts having an emotional freak out so she can talk her down. Okay, this is a really long sequence. I don't know. It doesn't matter, Zora. You need to learn to focus. Okay, yeah, so that is why Michael here.
Yeah.
Just to get Zora to chill out. I'm also looking at Michael's headpiece here. I don't think her hair would fit under this chainmail she's got. It's got to be a wig, right? Because her
Yeah, her
hairstyle
hair
doesn't
just
look
disappears.
compressible.
Yeah.
That's fine. We probably don't need that section. Yeah, if we lose if we have 10 computer cores and we lose one, does Zora just lose 10% of her personality or memories, or how does this work? Yeah, maybe we should have also gotten a force field around her. Force
Yep.
field and a suit and, I don't know, some ice. Oh, is this going to be a reference to Calypso, or are we going to get the... What was it? Funny face? Nope, this is something completely different. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's a title drop. Okay. Soma, do you or anyone you know in person use the word ain't?
Sort of.
Okay. It just feels odd to hear the word ain't in a British accent. It
I mean,
feels
it
like
is
it's simply
originally a
American
British
word.
word. It's originally a British word.
Well, it's ours now.
There's an Adam ruins everything, or that sort of thing from Adam, of talking about that. I can't, I won't, I ain't. All those contractions, and ain't specifically. The lower classes started using it, so the posh said, "Nope, that's not a word. That's not used. You can't use that."
Okay. And we over here in America, when the lower classes use it, oh yeah, I'm all in. All right, so the only death from this horrific situation was basically the guy who basically killed himself.
Hmm.
It's all good. And part of Zora's brain. Is the entire hole made of programmable matter? Because if so, it should be really easy to fix. You just pour more in.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. You just refill your nanite levels, your nanite tank, and you're good to go. So in beta canon, what's outside the galaxy is... Oh, what was it? Was it like an evil Q thing? Like we were keeping some sort of monster out of the galaxy, and that's why someone built the barrier? Beta canon's weird. I don't really get it.
Hmm. It's interesting that both Star Wars and Star Trek have some form of galactic barrier.
Star Wars has a galactic barrier?
There's some sort of thing which makes it tricky to leave the galaxy.
Let's see. According to the Star Wars fandom site, according to Wikipedia, the galactic barrier is a cosmic bramble of hyperspace anomalies situated along the galaxy's western edge that prevented exploration of the unknown regions.
Hmm.
Okay, so they have a partial galactic barrier. Wait, no, there's a second galactic barrier that goes all the way
Yeah.
around. Wait, what? Okay, so there's two galactic barriers in Star Wars.
Yeah. Something like that.
Oh, I saw third Spock on there. I saw old Spock.
Hmm. There's just members of the crew on there as well.
Oh my god, Michael, this isn't how family trees work. You can't just put anybody you like on there. Yeah, her hair, the way she has it braided, there's no way it was able to like squish down into
Yep.
that mesh.
It's the crew's family tree.
Wilson Cruz? Honestly, this looks exactly the same as Michael's. She also had a bunch of the crew in there.
It's been a while since we've seen Jet Reno.
Oh, yeah. She was in a few episodes ago.
Yeah. She was in an episode last week, but I love the character so much, and she's not in that many episodes.
All right. So Jonathan did chill out with the weird transitions after the beginning.
It was just that one scene.
He got bored of it. All right, what is next? Next is But to Connect, which is going to be the Zindi.
Yep.
It is a classic Star Trek episode where everybody sits around, not at a big table this time, but in a big room, and discusses interstellar diplomacy in endless detail.
Yep.
Until you just wish everyone was dead, as the Onion puts it. They're still the best episodes.
Will there be a courtroom scene?
They're not a courtroom.
There.
Not a courtroom. But we do... It's the biggest meeting room we've ever seen in Star Trek.
Yep.
God, the Onion was right, though, because until you just... Well, hang on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Onion's video on Star Trek 2009 talks about, like, oh, fans hate how action-packed it is. It's like, where's the interstellar diplomacy? Where's the conference rooms? It's like, don't worry, we're releasing a special cut where they sit around a long table for 4 hours discussing endless diplomacy until you just wish everyone was dead. And yeah, I want that cut. That's a good cut. Discussing the merits of rescuing the Android ambassador from the surface of Silax 4 until you just wish everyone was dead, I believe is the quote.
Mm.
It would be a good scene. All right, and that's going to be the big through line of the episode. That last line, we must all work together. It's not exactly how it's going to work out, but it's going to be the theme. Ooh, you can see the Milky Way here is shown as a barred spiral, which is accurate. I'm not sure about the overall shape of the arms, but the fact that it's a barred spiral is good.
Well, we've got the shape of our... Oh, we've got what we think the shape of our galaxy is.
Hard to tell from the inside, but we got an okay picture.
Yeah. The big thing is we can't see through the galactic core.
The sphere data. Katie. Michael, I thought you said last episode that you were tight with her now. What happened to that, Michael? Were you just lying to him? You can never control a cat. It's not how cats work.
Yeah, and this episode begins the bit of the storyline which I do... Again, it's well written, but I do just dislike it.
That book is a cat who she can't control?
Just put running off and causing issues.
See, this is why you don't give your computer Sapience. They're gonna start
Yeah.
they're gonna start having opinions and making decisions. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Yeah.
Well, now what? Do we just... I don't remember what's so bad about the coordinates that she won't give it. And we're gonna find out.
I think
pretty
it's
soon.
just that it's because it's through the galactic barrier, and also because species tendency is bad. At least as far as they're aware at the moment.
All they want is some raw resources. It's fine. Species tendency are the sperm whale on Earth that devours millions of cuttlefish as it roams the oceans. We're going to need a few inhabited planets, but we need them. So I'm still thinking ahead to the Zindi. I think I can forgive myself for not seeing the Zindi on my first watch through when this came out, because they don't look anything like the ones we know.
We don't to notice a lot of differences. I think it was in the one of the trailers for the season.
Maybe we should not have this meeting on the ship.
No, I think they're being deliberately open.
Time sensitive, says the time cup. What did he say? The language has been dead for like 4,000 years at this point. What are you talking about? I'm actually surprised they didn't actually translate for us. They just expect us to know what that means in Latin. What? I don't know what he said.
Yeah, not pretty sure.
All right, the biggest meeting room in Star Trek history. See, that's the president of Earth. Oh, there's an X similar ship out the back window.
Mm.
It's the president who tried to shoot us down when we first got here. Or the general that did. Wow, we got the suite on board. I just want to keep a tally of all the species that are represented here that I can recognize. So we got humans.
I love that most of the time we see the president of the Federation, they're not human.
Do we ever have a human president?
I don't think that we see.
I remember that weird... I don't even know what species it is. The one from Star Trek, the 6th movie. I don't know what he is. He wasn't human. We had President Jarish Inyo from Deep Space Nine. Not human. And then we have this lady who is partially human. Okay, we have the butterfly people. We have Morn. Also, that's an important lesson to keep in mind in your workplace. Don't
Yep.
confuse friendly with friendship. Be
Yep.
friendly with your coworkers. Treason.
Yeah. Yeah. I was trying to say effectively, but no, it is just treason.
Yeah. Let's see. I see an Andorian. I see a bunch of repeats of the same species. Like, I saw at least 3 Morns in there on different levels.
Wow, that is a big room.
That's
Yep.
allegedly Zindi next to the butterfly guy. A New Hope. And we're gonna go there and kill them.
It's not an old grumpy Luke Skywalker, that's for sure.
Yes. Kill them, General. Okay, we have an Orion. Most of the species here I don't recognize. I assume they just made up one-off prosthetic designs for this.
The Federation is root beer.
What are the Orions?
Hard liquor.
Oh, we are doing the sperm whale speech.
Yep.
Wow, I like the speech better when Picard said it.
Provost? Isn't that the title for like a university guy? Why is he here?
Is he Romulan?
I think he was one of the guys that Stamets was talking to. He had like his own little council on Navarre.
Is it like I think it's like a Roman thing. A Latin title.
Could you be more specific?
Me?
No, him.
He doesn't use
Can
it.
Oh my god, COVID. He's clearly trying to get you to have a private conversation without people hearing.
Yeah.
Okay, no, he figured that out. Okay, he just doesn't want to.
Yeah.
I got pizza.
Little Caesars?
No, I got a real pizza from a
Domino's.
local chain. No,
Round
it's not. It's a
Table.
local chain. No Round Table. Never
Papa
heard of
John's.
it. No, it's a local chain. I said.
I'm out of big chains.
Well, that's because it's not a big chain. It's a local chain. But fun fact: Domino's, Jets, and Little Caesars all came from Michigan. So Domino's was like Grand Rapids.
Pizza Hut. Sbarro's.
Ugh, Sbarro is disgusting.
Chuck
Pizza
E.
Hut
Cheese.
puts actual Pizza Hut puts actual not maple syrup but maple flavored syrup in their pizza sauce, which is why their pizza sauce is so sickly sweet. It's disgusting.
I mean, that's a fair point from Stamets. I don't know if maybe we should have a kill switch because you can't like shoot her with a phaser. It doesn't. I don't know if we trust her.
Well, according to the lore, the Enterprise A computer was sentient just as it was, or sorry, the original Enterprise computer was sentient just as it was falling into the atmosphere of the Genesis planet.
What? Why?
It became sentient in the final moments when they ordered it to self-destruct, apparently.
Is this from a book? That doesn't make any sense.
It gave its life willingly to save the crew. What's everybody's favorite pizza toppings?
Meat.
That's very generic.
Pizza. You
Your
put
favorite
little
pizza
pizzas
topping is
on your
pizza?
pizza.
Mhm.
Kill her, yes. Yes. Kill the robot.
Jalapenos.
It's too bad Gyrinx is here. He would love this robot murder device. It just kills the sphere data.
Yeah.
Shouldn't it be more like a dead man switch?
I don't know. So, the people who want to go and attack the Cthulhu people, I don't know what their plan is really, because
Yeah.
they're clearly way more technologically advanced, way more powerful than any species in the galaxy.
I think that was a Cardassian, if I was thinking correctly.
That's like going to attack a fallen empire in Stellaris with your starting 3 corvettes.
Yeah.
Ferengi? Oh, okay. That wasn't a
There is
Ferengi.
a-
Why would you mention? Why would you mention?
There is
Platinum
a
and not Crimson?
Ferengi at some point.
But why would they cut to a not Ferengi if he's going to talk about Latinum?
Mm. Sounds like a politician to me.
I think he's right, though, isn't he, that this thing would actually destroy it?
He does destroy it, yes.
Yeah. He's no politician. He actually has something workable.
So he's even worse than a politician. He's a tech bro.
Yeah.
So this is Elon Musk.
No, he would be Elon Musk if he, like, bought this from the Vulcan Science Council and then said he invented it.
Mm.
Yes, do it. Your ship, Captain. This ship belongs to the people of the Federation.
Our ship. Well, she's responsible for it.
Oh my god, President, the Kittimer Accords were like 1,200 years ago. Relax.
True. But the damage does space.
No, 700. It's a feature.
I'll have you know that that's illegal under the Magna Carta. Worth it. Maybe we could just ask them to stop. There's
They should
surprisingly
call it
few
the
species in this
DMCA.
council. They should what?
Hmm.
They should have called it DMCA.
Paramount would never advocate for destroying the DMCA. No, sure we can. We're going to install a murder button. It's good. It's all good. We just want her to be killable. We're not going to actually do it. We just want the option to do it.
I mean,
That is effectively slavery.
people say, or what they're saying is all true, but also you can just take a phaser to any of them if they do something crazy and unhinged.
True, but it's not holding it over their heads the entire time.
No, but
Is it illegal to be immortal?
it's not. Well,
Well, she's half computer, half sphere.
she changed her directive.
Yeah, her prime
Yep, the
directive.
tool
is
program
being-
of the computer is to protect the ship.
What if she changes her directive again? And it's like destroy all living beings, like all.
That's why we
carbon
had
life
that
forms.
music.
What are you eating?
Pizza.
Robo? Oh.
I told you I was getting pizza. I don't know.
Yeah, but that was like
Sorry,
10
is
minutes
it?
ago. I don't remember.
Is my chewing coming through? Oh,
We got one chomp come through.
it was one of the bites was extra crunchy, like crispy. So maybe that's what it was. Big crunch.
I don't recognize most of the species that were at this council. I can't. Are you in the murder approach? No, okay. So really, if the DMA destroys another world, it's Zora's fault, because we know for a fact that just talking to them does work.
Yep.
And so if Zora says we can't,
I accidentally made hard cider in my fridge.
Okay.
Whoa! Whew.
We just left
I'm not
some
sure if this is
apples for too
still
long and
drinkable.
they fermented. What?
Apple cider. A jug of apple cider fermented in my fridge.
He's got dibs on it. Honestly, does he even need that? It seems like it's pretty easy to go between universes. People do it all the time.
Only with the mirror universe, which they can't really do easily now.
Presumably,
But there
his
are,
home universe is close to ours, whatever that
yeah,
means.
there are, of course, lots of examples throughout Star Trek, well, TNG and Lower Decks primarily at the moment, where you cross the universes.
How does Mark Twain feel about brewing your own alcohol at home? Distilling some good old moonshine. Well, how does Mark Twain feel about making moonshine?
Mark, how do you feel about making moonshine at home? I can't imagine he's thrilled about it.
Brewing moonshine at the homestead is akin to attempting to navigate the Enterprise through the Romulan neutral zone. Risky business, I declare. It's a pursuit best left to those with a disposition as stout as a humpback's blubber.
It's a little
You might
sketch.
need to expand his repertoire. He
I
didn't
like
mention the Mississippi.
whales.
At least he
I-
didn't mention the Mississippi.
I'll post his current instructions in Discord, and if you want to suggest any changes to it, you can feel free. Once I remember where his script lives.
We just need to expand his repertoire of metaphors to have
I
a
like
little
how
more.
he talks about whales so much.
All right, hey, it's your bot, man. It's your bot. Your bot, your choice.
Let's see. Open script when opened.
How does Mark Twain feel about bodily autonomy?
Well, he's from what, the 1800s, so probably not great by modern standards. Okay, there in Discord is his current instruction set, which apparently I last updated when we were watching the animated series, but whatever. Yes, Gil.
What is that moon on his forehead all about?
On
We don't
Tarka?
really know. Other than he said it's a tattoo for Ryza.
He just loves paper
Okay.
clips.
The opposing side. Murder's wrong, okay? Is that the only opposing argument? Murder is bad?
Oh. Is this a breakup speech now? This feels like a breakup speech.
It does turn into a breakup.
I'd help if I could, but I don't want to. So we just excise that part
Hmm.
and we'll kill her consciousness. It does look a little neurony.
It's a
Okay,
little
not
sus.
anymore. Oh no, it's just memories. Memories, we just established that.
Memory.
It's very convenient that the ship already has a UI set up for this. Okay, this doesn't count as a clip show, though. This is a small part of the episode. They're padding the runtime a little bit. I don't know that that's true. We remember Data.
It's
Data
shades
dreamt.
of grey all over again.
Data.
I guess he
Data was
programmed to do
explicitly
so.
programmed to dream.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. And then he accidentally activated it by getting shocked by that device and the engineering that Julian brought over from the Gamma Quadrant.
The
Because, the place you
unidentified
should take.
electro discharge device next to the warp core. Yes.
Right, exactly. Yeah, the place to examine these things is right next to the giant antimatter bomb.
Hey, this is the end theme music. Why are they playing it here? You can't do that.
It's really hard. I just
these
can't trust
speeches-
you. You're
These are like poetry. They rhyme.
he's trying to overcome his own prejudice against artificial life forms.
But to connect. Title drop.
Look, just because every AI in the past has tried to kill us doesn't mean that Zora will.
Of course, it's the white guy who's prejudice.
What is with you and I mean, your identity politics?
I'm just joking. I'm just...
You know what? I actually want to call
Troll.
out your complaint a few streams ago about how few straight white guys there are in this show. But like,
Yeah.
the Starfleet represents Earth, and the vast majority of humans are not straight white men.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's a fair observation. I guess
I did the math on it. I don't remember what the numbers came out to, though. I think it was like 10% or
Yeah.
something.
10%, really.
It might have been less.
I guess it's different when you're thinking about it like in our own nation,
No,
But yeah, I probably
we
wasn't
don't do
thinking
that
like,
anymore.
oh, it's streaming globally. Yeah, no, I get it. That's fair. But when they do have a straight white guy, he's usually a villain or incompetent.
You say this whilst Admiral Vance sits
Although
there
although we
this
don't really know
preseason.
this guy's orientation. To be fair, he could be anything. I don't want to assume anything. The only prominent figure I can think of is Lorca, and I guess
That's
Pike.
literally Admiral Vance these 3 seasons.
Would
Yeah, but
Admiral
Vance is
be
like
considered white?
he's like a tertiary character. He's not a main crew, you know.
So not
Kovic.
every show has to have. I mean,
No,
Whoever
no,
that.
that's fine.
All right, so we made friends with the robot. Hopefully this one won't try to kill us like every other robot has. Even Data tried to kill
It'd be
us
funny-
like 5 times.
It'd be funny if at the end of the episode, it just pans over to everyone leaves the room. It pans over to a console and it pulls up the biographical information on lore and just like analyzing it.
Yes, good.
And then the crystalline entity. Oh, this is how we're voting in the 30th century. We're raising our hands.
Can we have like a pad?
I guess the computer.
Yeah.
I guess the computer tracks it. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, fine. It's still weird though.
Tap your communicator once for yes, and then to the beat of help me, Rhonda, if you say no. Like,
So, oh, there's a Ferengi.
There's a Ferengi.
So
Wow,
on the
Ferengi
board where
have
it's counting the
evolved.
votes, it has the little symbols for every culture, not species exactly, because some of them are mixed species. For every planet.
how
The
does
one
she get
for
a vote?
Navarre
Does
is
she
the
get a
old
vote?
Romulan logo.
She's voting on
Wait.
behalf of the Federation. Or Starfleet, rather.
All right, we voted to make friends. We did it. I mean, there's nothing to say we can't destroy it after we attempt contact. We can do both.
Yeah. Why not? Book is mad. He looks out.
His girlfriend just stabbed him in the front,
Yep.
really. It was...
Saying that I don't like this part of the storyline in season 4, I do like how it resolves in season 5.
What, how they get back together?
Yeah.
Then we would kill you.
The entire thing there was a test of you. That was the question, was a test of Stamets entirely.
Okay, so I just ran the math again. It was about 7.5% of people are straight white males
Hold on.
globally.
In what? Globally? 7.5%?
Yeah. Assuming the first result when I Googled each percentage is accurate. I'm not going to go for
So
I'm not
how many
triple check.
characters would you say are on the main cast?
20.
It doesn't have
20.
to.
So you'd have to have at
represent
least
it.
one.
That's not how that percentage works.
Yeah.
7.5? Yeah.
Sorry,
That's
which
that's
show
like 1 in
doesn't have
15.
which show doesn't have any straight white male characters?
He's arguing that Star Trek Discovery doesn't have.
I wasn't arguing it. Ryan brought up that at some point in the past I mentioned that there
You did.
wasn't any. Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
But I didn't bring it up today.
Yeah.
That I said there wasn't the only straight white males generally that are on the show are villains or incompetent. And
Yeah.
Admiral Vance is the outlier, but he's not like a primary character.
Is he even
Well,
white?
actually, wait.
Vance?
True. Way back when. Way back
okay, I
when
guess.
you actually said that about New Trek.
Presenting.
And then we pointed out Pike, and then I thought about it some more. Actually, Spock is pretty much straight
Pike,
white.
but Pike. Well, he's Vulcan, but
Yeah,
Pike
and
is
he's still very straight and very white. So
he's a different species. So Pike, though, I feel like Pike is constantly rescued by his first officer.
That's called being a good person and accepting the help of others. That's called good representation, not bad.
By the way, at one point though, Pike is literally the best the Federation has to offer, because when Section 31, has
Also
the
Frankie Bartender.
starbase, they say we kept you out of the
Yep.
Klingon War because we didn't want you to go down. So, so Pike is the greatest of the greatest, just like Kirk
Oh,
is.
is this 2 breakups in a single episode? I feel like that's a common thing where the show when there's one couple having relationship drama, every couple has relationship drama at the same time.
It helps with the tension.
I can't believe they're typecasting a Ferengi in this scene as a bartender. Just because we have one Ferengi bartender in Deep Space Nine. All is possible. That was the name of an episode. I wonder what the Federation's leave policy is. Is it unlimited PTO that's actually unlimited, or do you accrue? What's...
No, I think it's actually unlimited because we're in the future,
Yeah.
Is it real unlimited, or is it unlimited in the sense that they're going to shame you if you actually take it? I think it's really unlimited, though, because,
Yeah.
they're content for Worf to just, leave for 3 months to go to a monastery.
Yeah, it probably is, actually, because the Federation doesn't have money, and therefore, whatever you choose to do is up to you. As long as it's fulfilling to you and is of some benefit, then it doesn't matter. You're polluting the bar with your plant, are you?
That is some solid flirting, Saru. Your first gift to her is a responsibility. Wow.
And a very big responsibility because it's introducing a non-native species to a planet.
I guess she can just get her staff to take care of it.
Oh my gosh.
Kitty. They broke up 5 minutes ago, Tarka. You don't have to reference the fact that he's single. Just rub it in. It concerns me that when he set that down and pushed it into the console, you could see the prop flex underneath it. I'm concerned about the stability of this prop.
Oh, so have we won the casino yet? Oh no.
Next episode.
I mean, won the
Casino.
casino.
Or the bar.
Grudge's cat trade.
I love that. Then you find, gosh, yeah, that's not who I was going for. If I read it away.
Did you just swear in my Star Trek? All right. So, Book is now a fugitive, an intragalactic fugitive. No, get out of here with the next time on Discovery. I don't want your spoilers. All right, next is All In, where we go to the bar. And I believe we have a bar fight, and there's some gambling. And I don't really remember anything else about it.
Some Nausicaans were cheating at Gamjat.
You play Domjot Human? I don't play Domjot. I could probably beat a Nausicaan, though. Nausicaans are famously terrible at it. Canonically terrible at it.
Yeah, there was a lower deck. Yeah, there was a lower deck line.
They have to cheat.
They insist on playing this game even though they're not really good at it.
All right.
What was that in?
4, 3, 2, 1, play. That was
Lower
in
Deck.
the Strange New Worlds Lower Decks crossover episode.
Season 2.
Strange New Decks, Lower. Strange New Decks? Strange New Worlds? Lower Decks? Got it.
Lower Worlds?
Strange New Decks, Lower Worlds. Yeah.
5 light years. That's still ridiculous.
Yeah. The
1,000
thing
light
is,
years away.
what they probably should have just done was have him re-record that line saying 5 AU across, and just never mentioned it again.
Okay, I moved my laundry. Odette is very angry. I assume it Book.
Yep.
What have you done, Odette? Explain your incompetence to me.
Yeah, my best friend in high school, I owe him a lot for teaching me smart stuff. But one of his lines was always, "Did you know or didn't you know? Because if you knew, you were negligent, And if you didn't know,
Oh,
you were
if you
criminally
didn't know,
negligent,
you were negligent. If you knew, you were complicit.
Yeah.
or you were criminally negligent.
Hmm. Complicit.
Okay, yeah.
What is
But
this a line that's going to be in the episode?
no, but she's basically said that just now. She says, if you knew, I'm mad at you. But if you didn't know, how the heck did you not know?
Right.
By the way, we didn't know. So your lecture is a little bit over the top, President Lady.
Cool motive, still treason.
Yeah.
It's light treason. I mean, she's not wrong.
Yeah.
You probably shouldn't send the dude's ex-girlfriend against him. I don't know how they're going to catch him, though, if he can teleport across the galaxy. That seems difficult.
They do address this bit.
This is the same thing as Season 5, though. This is the same plot. We're trying to catch a courier fleeing across the galaxy, trying to acquire a massive super weapon.
True.
Sorry, a courier pair. They always come in twos.
I gotta say, in Star Trek, the criticism of the
That is
show
exactly how the Federation works.
Yeah.
the criticism is we have so many Mary Sues, like everyone's a goody two shoe. We have this political utopia, and frankly,
Isn't a Mary Sue like a totally different
trope.
trope? Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like nobody ever, none of the officers in TNG ever smacked Picard across the face, and being like, "You're about to jeopardize the whole crew, and you need to snap out of it." So because we have this like sanitized, no interpersonal conflict utopia going on. Although Cisco did punch Garrick that one time, which is again a very rare exception.
He punched Q.
Yeah, Picard never hit me.
Cisco punches everybody.
I'm not Picard.
but the thing is, though, here, look, life is messy. Okay, you're never gonna have like a utopian organization where everybody just does the right thing all the time. So here you have two legitimately well-intentioned people trying to do the best, and one of them is like, we're gonna get the illegal uranium, and the other people are like, no, we're gonna follow the rules and get the illegal uranium through legal means. And then we're gonna play blackjack against each other to make it a better episode. So I gotta say, Discovery did some great stuff with our characters that I feel like other Trek was a little scared to go with.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of like we had one episode, the Pegasus, where Riker was evil for a little bit, but I mean,
Yeah.
he stopped being evil after like 20 minutes.
True. But I also remember,
and even the whole time he was like, do I really want to do this?
I mean, by the way, he was just being a loyal officer, right? Because everyone else is mutinying. And if you're like a young lieutenant, you don't want to mutiny, right? Because a good officer doesn't mutiny. But I was thinking of what is it, Gambit Part 1 and 2? I think Picard becomes part of a criminal organization.
We're gonna get our own uranium with blackjack and hookers.
They literally are, yes. I have to imagine Picard loved being captured by those. What are they even called? Bandits?
Yeah.
Is the appropriate term for them? He just gets to engage in his own little undercover adventure that's archaeology themed. It's a combination of all his favorite things.
Yeah, and it's a two-parter, so the fans are like giddy. Because there's nothing better than a two-part TNG episode. It's better than a Star Trek movie, really. See? Thank you, Admiral Vance. Like, the whole
Thanks, Dad.
time. No, but that's the thing, though. We want creative and adept officers to play blackjack to get uranium.
So is this also treason? I don't feel like
No,
this is
this
just insubordination.
This is quantum solace.
You can't just put the word quantum in front of things and expect it to mean stuff.
No, but that's a James Bond movie.
Quantum insubordination.
No,
It's
I'm
called
sorry.
Quantum of Solace.
Sorry. Okay, and I'm thinking of Casino Royale because that's the
Relativistic rules breaking.
But we had that in that DS9 episode where like that light up machine changes
Schrodinger's protocol.
But do you not play blackjack, Ryan? Soma?
Everybody knows how to
Robo?
play blackjack. It's the simplest game in the
True.
world.
And
What do you...
if you had Windows 3.1, you know how to play blackjack.
That was literally decades ago.
That was, but I mean, it's part of you though.
Do you know how to play Pazak?
No,
It's
but
like blackjack, but better. It's better blackjack.
Okay. What's
There
that?
was Captain, Lieutenant, Ensign on those badges in the intro. That is soon.
What's that episode where Riker makes up a card game? It's just like blackjack, but except on a Tuesday, you've got to play it this way, and if it's on a Wednesday,
That's
gotta play
TOS.
No,
That's
that's-
Captain Kirk.
in a piece of the action.
Yeah. Fizbin.
Yes, thank you, Ryan.
Which later comes up again as if it's an actual canonical game. Different shows reference Fizbin. Riker did have a similar thing, though, where he was like making up functions of the ship, just random technobabble that was nonsense.
Cups.
When the Ferengis took over. But Stamets, if they're orbiting the galactic core, surely they're just galactic. They're not extragalactic.
It's sort of, I suppose it's sort of how we define our solar system as well. There's things which are orbiting our solar system which we don't technically consider our solar system. And there's things that move through our solar system that definitely aren't orbiting them.
Yes, from her being off screen for a year at the start of the season. We just make up any contacts we want.
Yeah.
Okay, fair point. However, in fairness, do you remember when they ran into Earth, which was broken off from the Federation, and then they had to use one of book tricks to like trick the Jupiter moon people to
Wow, the Jupiter moon people.
Titan.
I couldn't figure out if it was Io or Ganymede or
It's Titan. It's said in the last episode. But you weren't here, I suppose.
Jeez.
All right. I know fictional planets better than Jupiter's moons, okay? It's just because
To be fair, Jupiter has like 700 moons.
Yeah.
Saturn too.
Jupiter and Saturn are dumb. They're impossible to remember them all. I can never remember, like, even the big ones like Io and Ganymede. I can never remember which ones are Jupiter and which ones are Saturn. They're all the
Yeah.
same.
Except what is it that has like a warm water surface? We think Ganymede,
Multiple
right?
now. Well, not
That's true.
surface and not warm,
Well, not
but
surface. I mean,
water.
underneath the surface. Underneath the surface, there's probably liquid water because the gravitational pull heats up.
We just found another one that does that. Or rather, we just learned that another one does that. We already knew the moon was there.
You know, Titan's the most geologically active place in the solar system, by the way. So
Titan's a terrible place to live.
Yeah.
Titan sucks.
no, but
It's really
I mean,
cool,
if you
but
want,
you don't want to go there.
if you need to heat up your water and you're in the middle of the solar system, that's probably your best bet. But Ryan, you should watch The Expanse. I know this has been a thing for 2 years, but we actually have very important installations in Io and Ganymede, and it'll help you orient yourself to the solar system a little bit. Because I know you know where Vulcan and Romulus are. So we just got to figure out Io and Ganymede and Ceres.
Where were they? 40 Eridani, I believe, is where Vulcan is. Or was it Epsilon Eridani? There's an Eridani in there somewhere. There's like 5 star systems called Eridani.
And we all know where Alpha Centauri is. So
Oh, yes, 40 Eridani A. Okay, good. I don't know where Vulcan or Romulus is, though, further away. So apparently, Jupiter's moons that have subsurface oceans are Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto.
oh wow, I forgot about Callisto. And it's not Io, so I was wrong. But
Neptune has, or Uranus has a couple as well. Saturn has a couple.
there's frozen water on Pluto, so like frozen water is abundant enough on comets and asteroids. But yeah, liquid water is freaking amazing in our own solar system.
Devore. Ah, that's another reference to Voyager. The Devore Imperium. They were the telepath racists?
Oh, from Voyager? Okay, when they were
Yeah.
fascists. They had like weaponry on the
Where Voyager was
captain's-
hiding telepaths under the floorboards.
Yeah. And also we had Suitor, the Hannibal Lecter Betazoid.
Well, he was dead by that point, but yeah.
Wasn't he instrumental in getting out?
No,
was hiding?
he saved
a
them
different-
from the Vidians?
Phage or something, okay.
Suitor had a self-sacrifice a couple seasons before the Devore.
Okay, thank you, Ryan.
AKA Grima Wormtongue.
Right. Oh, right. But I thought money didn't exist in the 24th century.
Don't worry about it.
There's always money for gambling. There's always money for partying. But we work to better ourselves and the rest of mankind.
What is this devil species? Who is this guy?
What kind of cash-based society is this where they can't wire the money?
Because the only cash is latinum, and the whole
Yeah, it
thing
has to
with
be gold pressed.
latinum is it.
You have to put it in a
There's
worthless
no
metal
latinum
like gold.
banks. People just like have.
Yeah. True.
Except they
Plus,
do
gold is-
because we reference like the Bank of Boleus.
Yeah.
Look,
But
it
gold
works
is
very well.
worthless.
Thanks for asking.
Gold is worthless. That's why you put latinum inside it.
Latinum can't be replicated, which is why it's valuable. Except it can be transported, which is the same technology because it's just reassembling the energy pattern.
Into matter, yeah.
Why me?
She wanted company, oh, don't worry about it. Wanted to hang out.
So we already saw the scene where we go back in time, and Aram's like, "I would sacrifice myself for the ship." Sorry, never mind. Probably next season. Is Star Trek Discovery better on rewatching, Ryan? And company?
No.
It's really
That
hard
looks
to
like an Orville
gauge.
shuttle.
It's really hard to gauge the quality of any show in this format.
Okay, let me say this. Let me say this to answer my own question. This scene is 10 out of 10. Because I think even Star Wars doesn't go here, but here we are. The casino is hidden on a dune-like creature. You got to fly into the worm, the sandworm, to get to the secret uranium casino. It's like a Macau, basically.
If you move without rhythm, you won't attract the worm.
Another Ferengi bartender. Wow show. Yeah, why are you wearing your uniform here? I thought we were gonna go undercover.
It's a non-sanctioned mission. It's not undercover.
Also, I
But
looked
she's still
up Haas here on Memory Alpha. Unspecified species. We don't know what he is.
Oh, okay.
He's just Haas.
Yeah, Star Trek does that sometimes. The president in Star Trek 6 doesn't have a species, but I think the encyclopedia calls him Grazerite because he looks like a goat.
Because he's a cow species.
Yeah, so even though
Like a Cardassian
like this is essential
cake? Is that a reference? What is he talking about?
I don't think they eat sweets, so I think he was being sarcastic, right? Like lizards don't have sweet taste buds.
I don't know about that.
I mean, their forked tongue doesn't look like it has a lot of umami receptors on it.
What's umami have to do with sweet?
Well, I'm just saying,
Taste
you
sweet.
have 4.
Can lizards? Yes,
5.
most lizards can taste sweet.
Okay.
According to Google.
Okay. So maybe they love
Hey,
sweets.
Mark,
Then,
do Cardassians like cake?
maybe it's a sexual reference. Let me mute myself.
Okay, he literally thought I said
friend,
Kardashians.
Kardashians ain't no star-faring race. Yet, given their notorious sweet tooth for opulence, I reckon they'd take to cake like a humpback to krill.
Let me try that again. Mark, I meant the Cardassians like Gul Dukat. Or like a Damar. Do the Cardassians from the Cardassian Order like cake? Cardassian Union. Nope. All it hears is Kardashian. Oh, he figured it out from context, though.
I perceive your meaning now. As for the Cardassians, those interspatial schemers from Stardust Tales, their taste for cake is as murky as the Mississippi at dusk. Likely, they'd sooner crave a dish of deception than a slice of sweet stuff.
That honestly just sounds kind of racist against Cardassians.
I had a friend in college. She had an iguana for a pet, and she swore the iguana was as loyal as a dog. But in my mind, basically, it's waiting for you to get home to feed it. But then, on the other hand, a cat or a dog is fundamentally doing the same thing. But she really thought the iguana was cuddly and like loved her like emotionally. And I'm thinking reptiles aren't that advanced to be like, I
Have
love
you ever hung out with a reptile?
No, I've not. Unfortunately, no. But I'm
Defer
just
to the lady
thinking,
who actually has one. What's the issue?
I'm just thinking the brain, like our mammalian brain, has a few higher orders than a reptilian brain does.
Seems like you're just racist against reptiles, to be honest.
Maybe I'm just a monkey's indie.
Also, Michael, did you bring a phaser? Can you stun him?
Has anyone had a reptile here though? Iguana, salamander, snake?
No.
Okay, good.
Michael, stun him.
That's true though. You shouldn't be buying uranium yellow cake on the black market. You're gonna get visited by some very shady actors.
Get it on Amazon like everyone else.
But
Okay, now
I
that
like
he's
how
not
this-
looking at you, now you pull the phaser and stun him. Michael, come on,
you know
God.
what it is? Imagine you love someone, but then like your intellect makes you diametrically opposed to them. Again, I want to say I love this character arc for her because this is where Picard and Vash would have gone if those writers had any guts.
This is basically where Picard went for Gambit.
yeah. But like Vash being his nemesis at one point, that's what we should have seen. Instead of Vash showing up on DS9 for no reason, you should have had her be the arch nemesis. It's good. Like obviously they
I
love
wonder
each
if this
other,
place is shielded against transporters.
and
just beam
the
them
reason they're both here is because they both worked with each other as pirates, smugglers.
A good
So,
pirate never takes another person's property.
Another thing good about Michael's character arc. Basically, ever since we've been in the 24th century, she hasn't been worried about like Vulcan BS. And now she's emotionally in touch with herself. She has a boyfriend. She's secure in her command.
I was about to have a complaint about this show because cleaning is awful. And I was going to say, it's like, God, we're 1,200 years in the future and we still have to manually spray and wipe. No, it can
And
clean.
fluff your pillows.
He just feels like
your pillows.
He just wants to clean. Okay. Complaint retracted. He's just having a moment.
I mean, same reason why Cisco cooks, right?
But who enjoys cleaning?
Apparently, he's a stress cleaner. Like I read once, Hillary Clinton used to clean out her closets when she was stressed, and I have like an aunt who's like that.
Is that a euphemism for her executing her opponents?
No conspiracy theories.
That was never proven.
She's never proven. Cleaning out her closet.
I hear Jeffrey Epstein's body is still on ice, Robo.
Oh, geez. I mean, does anyone really think he killed himself?
But he's alive. They just don't want anyone to know.
Oh no, he's very dead. He's very dead.
But anyway, some people do stress clean. So apparently, Dr. Culvert is one of them.
Culver.
Thank you, Culver.
A culvert is like a drainage ditch. It's different. But I can see how you could get them confused with a doctor.
Draining things is half of doctors' jobs.
Yeah. I mean, for thousands of years, that's all they did. Let the bad blood out.
Smack someone's head with parsley and say it's up to God.
Or you put leeches to get the bad blood out.
Leeches are a great treatment if someone has excess blood production and they're ballooning up. I don't know.
I'd be curious where they put the holodeck on the ship was just never designed for it.
It's everywhere because it's all programmable matter now.
True.
They don't specifically.
Leeches.
Yeah.
Leeches are an excellent treatment if you're trying to cure someone of an acute case of being alive.
No, we use leeches.
No, we
post-
actually still use leeches today.
Yes, I know. Hospitals have sterilized maggots and leeches they use for certain things,
Yeah.
like cleaning necrotic tissue.
Yeah.
But it's not used in the way it was used.
In the TNG episode when they're in Sherwood Forest, Maid Marian is Vash. It's like, I've got some nice fresh leeches for you, the royal servant says, and Vash is like, get away from me.
Get 'em,
One rule, no rules.
So pull a gun.
How you get them there is up to you. Yeah, dude, Gun is like
This guy's a good actor, like for us to be scared for our characters. He really does bring the smackdown on here.
Never take your eyes off your opponent.
Oh, does he? Does he really?
He's got the smackdown. This is better than the Sunkatse episode. Are we allowed to say that? Like, since everyone's doing your critique of the show.
this doesn't have Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
And it also doesn't have Chancellor Martok.
That was a waste of 2 amazing actors. Well, 1 amazing actor. That was a waste of 2 actors.
Have you seen the trailer for that episode? It was very 2001.
I saw that trailer when it came out in 2001. So, yeah.
Where the Rock
they were trying
battled,
to
and this is a direct quote,
cross-promote.
this isn't my words, Voyager's Battlestar Babe.
Battlestar Babe.
Very 2001.
They were using, like, both UPN, like, right before WWF would come Star Trek. So they would want one audience to lead into the other.
Yes, they had brought
Wrestling.
wrestling to UPN.
Yeah.
It was not a good sign for the network.
I mean, it's Paramount. It's whatever.
Those cheating aliens.
So this is Casino Royale because all you got to do is observe your opponent's tell, and then you got the edge in the card game.
Well, it's not quite. It's not the same thing.
A changeling.
Basically, we have a whole season that ends in blackjack. I like it. I think, what was it? Riker knew everybody's tell in TNG.
I know your tell. Your review.
Lieutenant Commander Data. I got that head twitch.
You don't get to decide this.
No one's worried about like severe concussive injury for our helm officer?
No, we can fix that.
Yeah, we can
nowadays.
fix that. Also, like, Vernon is worried about her fighting him.
I don't know. I don't need pain like that. Especially watch the.
It feels very risky to hustle people in a fight. Like, she could have been seriously injured while she was, quote, losing.
Yeah, for sure. But, I gotta say, though, I do love how this fight is written. Because she gets her ass handed to her twice. Like, I was saying this before, Discovery gives us a lot of good girl fight scenes. And other shows don't even go there. I mean, and plus, if you remember how Riker fought the like old guy in TNG, we don't get that great fight scenes in TNG.
Riker fought his father. You mean
No, there was
the
an
old
old
guy?
No,
His
the
father.
admiral who was possessed by the worm
Yeah.
monsters.
Yes.
And then we had a
Oh,
fake stunt double.
Vitamins, you know, good for the body.
So we were all laughing at the fake stunt double for Riker.
or you mean the
So-
fake stunt double for the
For
old
both
man?
of them.
For everybody's the fake stunt doubles are so whatever in
Because it
old
wasn't filmed for HD, so now that it is, it's
No.
extremely obvious when it's not actually the actor.
or when they're using like washable markers for the makeup. That's how election betters are feeling.
Book, you gonna protect? Yeah.
Yeah.
You
See?
hustled us.
They love
yeah,
each other, guys.
Owo was letting him win so they would drive up the odds so
Yeah.
they could win more on their actual bet.
But look, these two love each other, even though they're like at diametrical opposites right now. Love is
Why
near.
would you say that to his face? Be subtle about it, Book. So, is this a Dominion style changeling, or because they're not as meaty as they are in Picard?
No, this is a different species. I want to say.
That looks that very much looks like a Dominion style changeling.
Yeah, that right now, yeah.
What was
But-
the changeling in Final Frontier?
No,
I don't know,
her
man.
name was. She identified herself as a cameloid, cameloid,
Right.
chameleon. So she was not a Odo changeling.
There's a
Founders
few
changeling.
species that do this.
Yeah. I
TOS
can't believe I
refers to
kissed you.
changelings.
It must have been your lifelong ambition.
Yeah. So which one is the real Kirk and which one is the fake one? That's the question. Because
Stun
they're
'em
both
both.
authentic. They're both authentically Kirk right there. So this is very Han Solo, because doesn't he lose the Millennium Falcon in a card game or something? Or he gains it? No, he won it in a card game. Sorry.
You know how I think one way to tell if you're the real, call the person by the wrong name and see if the duplicate calls them by the wrong name, and then they'll know that the person who said it second was the imposter because
Yeah, don't they do that in Picard? Because they only call her Commander Hansen and not Seven. And LaForge's daughter says, I only call you
the Forge.
But on the other hand, though, if the we killed Osira?
Yeah, Michael literally shot her in the face.
Wow. I guess she never really liked her.
Does this work as a game though? Because presumably this is like one hand of poker, not a full drawn out game. It's like nobody's ever gonna fold. You just have to keep going until
Yeah,
you
it's
just
not one
reveal
round,
who has
though.
the better hand. Because if you fold, you just lose everything anyway.
Yeah.
That's the point.
No, it's a
Yeah.
full game though. It's a full game. It's not just one round though.
Yeah,
Okay.
they've got their buy-in.
Yeah, so it's like Monopoly basically, until everyone else is bankrupt, which is capitalism basically. See, this is why Starfleet captains don't fall in love. Because you never know when you have to save the whole universe over a card game.
Well, we'll see how Strange New Worlds goes in season 3.
Pike already lost his girlfriend, though, right? To the Gorn?
She's on the ship.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, thanks.
No, she's on the Enterprise. She's got the eggs in her arm.
Oh,
She's
okay,
not dead
okay.
yet. She's only almost
Oh.
dead.
She's basically written off. Sorry.
She's been bitten by a vampire, but she hasn't turned yet.
So, who do you guys want to win this card game? Because I'm with Michael Burnham.
Of course, like that's the real tip of the story.
Does anyone
And-
here
and-
think Book is right? Book and Mr. Scientist? Mr. Oppenheimer?
It's a little light murder. A little bit of potential genocide.
She's so messed up for giving away his tail. Like
She's not actually giving away his tail. She's giving away his fake tail.
Mhm. Yeah, but remember they're enemies, so she's like needling him, like the way your only your boyfriend or girlfriend can.
You might have to explain that metaphor, Michael. That's a very Earth-centric story.
And poker is really a psychological game, so that's why it makes such a good movie thing, because it's all like face reaction shots, zoom
Yeah.
in.
Oh, I don't like this, Michael. Please go back to regular Michael. Also, that guy
It's
literally has a
interesting.
brain on his shelf. Just a full brain, not even in a jar, it's just sitting there. In the background above and behind Book.
In the Futurama show, they have Richard Nixon's brain in a head, actually, in a cryogenically saved talking head. I don't know though. If my lover beat me in Monopoly or poker, I think that'd be done for our. It's like if I was bankrupted, no more relationship. Sorry.
The thing is that all the guy here is all Haas is doing is playing Michael and Brooke against each other. Because he hasn't told the other two that they know each other.
Yeah. But isn't she giving away his tell though? Aren't they openly?
Nope.
They're together trolling the Orion people to get them to leave.
Yeah.
Out of the game. Okay.
So then it's just
They're both-
against those two.
They're both tag teaming. Okay. See, that's what I really like about them, because like these two are not evil. Like we only call them bad guys in like the loosest sense of the word.
I'm the bad
Oh,
guy.
did you bring a gun? Can you stun him? Because he's a fugitive.
Antagonist is the word I was looking for.
Bad guy.
Honestly, it doesn't even matter if we don't detain Book. He can't do anything without Tarka. Just stun Tarka.
Yeah, it's true.
If you embrace being the bad guy, then anything is possible.
The thing is that if they do so, they don't actually have jurisdiction to do anything right here.
Right. They'd just be vagabonds. And that's not
Okay.
Starfleet. That's why they're wearing their uniform, because what do you think this is? Gambit Part 3?
I vote we just
It's a-
shoot him.
Yeah.
You always vote we shoot him. You know, Ryan,
Yeah.
You've
I
done
do
a
know
man.
I do know me.
you
I mean,
often like to advocate
of-
shooting people.
a lot of the plot
Yeah.
would be resolved in like 15 seconds flat if you used gun on man. So
Critically, I'm not advocating to kill him. I just want to stun him.
do we get his back plot again of his like BFF?
Not yet. He's gonna have a whole
Backstory?
episode about that in a bit.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't remember which episode it is, but it's probably next week.
Hey, this casino episode, nobody got their eye ripped out. That's really unfortunate. Fortunate, unfortunate? I don't know.
And we did beat people up
Who's-
at least.
Are you with Book
Oh,
Robo
that's
or
good.
are you with Michael?
With Book, am I Team Book or Team Michael?
Yeah.
I'm Team neither. I'm Team let the DMA consume this universe.
Team Cthulhu.
That is the thing, we don't really shed tears if we have to like destroy a whole ant colony. And that's all the DMA's doing.
So that's a line from Contact. How bad would you feel if you destroy an ant colony in Africa? And that's like they're talking about the aliens that may have sent us the plans for the machine, and they're like, it could be something that'll destroy us. And she's like, oh, that would be like us going out of our way to destroy an ant colony in Africa. He's like, yeah, but how bad would you feel about that? Not very bad.
I do feel bad when I see earthworms dying on the sidewalk after a rainstorm, and I have on occasion thrown them.
They made poor choices, okay?
And after the rain goes away, if I do
They
have
should
a
have thought of
chance,
that before they became worms.
I do throw them
Yeah.
back into the mud after the storm goes away if I can, because it's just a creature. I do feel bad for it.
Yeah, I throw them into the grass.
Yeah.
But
Even though
like,
I have to wash my hands afterwards, so I now look around for a
why do you
tissue.
wash your hands?
Roach has
Just look them.
killed Michael basically because he's done all in, and in this game you can't then
Undo.
choose not to go all in. If you don't choose all in, then you're out.
Thanks for the tension. It is super tense.
You know, if he has a better hand, you could shoot him.
Have you considered not murder?
It's not murder, it's stunning.
You know,
Plus, he was always the better
you say
pirate,
that.
so there was no way Michael was going to win this card game.
Whoa. Whoops.
That's racist.
Michael, do you want to try to stop him? Are you really going to respect the rules of this card game when we're talking about genocide?
This is so emotional, guys, though. That's the only guy she ever loved.
What
What are we
about
talking about? Yeah.
what about the Klingon boyfriend?
Yeah.
What about the Mirror Universe boyfriend?
I think you're taking away from the emotional tension of the episode.
I cannot believe Michael actually just let him leave with it. She did not try to stop him.
She really loves him, guys.
Well, it's also because again, they don't have jurisdiction. If she did so, then she would be
That's her one true
the
love.
issue.
He taught her how to give up the Vulcan repressed emotion nonsense.
She
He
wouldn't be
taught
like
her
starting a
how to-
war with a foreign government. This is one guy's casino. It's a bar. It's a 2-room bar. Who cares?
Yeah, but also post burn, there's no federation, so basically the whole
Did
thing's
I-
Wild Wild West.
Did I mention how me and my friend accidentally stumbled across an actual Nazi biker bar, Nazi biker
You did, yes.
clubhouse?
You did mention that.
Yeah, wild.
Oh my god!
Yes,
I
thank you,
cannot
President.
cannot stand her nagging right now because you didn't give her
Yeah,
a
she's
bat and a
explicitly
gun.
did not have a gun as well
Oh my god, why didn't you bring a gun, Michael?
because
That's
they
why
cannot have guns in there.
That's why she couldn't.
I thought
stun-
she could have it in her comm badge and a transporter
can-
buffer.
With
You can
programmable
stun
matter,
somebody.
anything is a gun.
3D print a gun. Ah.
Easier than it sounds, especially now that you can just buy go to Micro Center and get a 3D printer.
Or an air tag.
A what?
No, I was mentioning the fact that she put an air tag on the uranium, isolinium.
Yep.
Spock does that in Star Trek 6. He puts a Viridium patch on Kirk.
He gives his girlfriend a tracking device.
Why that cunning little Vulcan? When we saw
Wait. Does that make Spock a toxic boyfriend?
No, I
It was
established
not his
before.
intention.
I established before even a
It was-
tritium.
It was a gift. It was genuinely a gift from Spot.
Even a tritium watch has a light amount of radioactive material, and that comes up next season in Discovery. So it's not creepy per se.
I have tons of tritium, dude. Well, okay. I don't have tons of tritium. I have lots of tritium products.
So I'm saying the 24th century would be able to track you with the tritium isotope on your watch.
It's not on my watch, but yeah.
It's usually painted onto hand.
No, tritium is not painted. No. Tritium would be a vial. It would have to be in a vial.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Tritium is a gas.
I have not done watchmaking in my entire life. So yes, you're right. It's in
A hyperfield. Wow. It's even more techie.
Yep.
I just buy fancy
just your-
watches.
Wow, Michael. It must
The
be an
stuff they paint on is just the
astronomical amount
regular-
of energy. Really?
Glow in the dark paint. They used to paint radium on, and then they found out that was killing people. Well, admitted. They knew the entire time they were using it. Is a radium watch dangerous to just handle, just have on your wrist? I assume you probably get
Doesn't sound great.
osteocarcinoma, like in your wrist.
I believe that the level of radiation wouldn't penetrate the glass of the watch.
No, I think that's wrong. But I don't know. Let's look it up.
I know what to
Is
get
a radium watch dangerous to hold? Let's just
you. I know
Google
what
it.
to get you for Christmas now, Robo.
A radium watch?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
This reminds me a little bit of Star Trek 2009, where the Narada is allegedly a mining ship, but it's
Yeah.
the
Been,
most
like,
powerful weapon they've ever seen.
Borgified. It's been Borgified.
That's not canon.
as long as you don't open it, it's relatively safe, as this says.
Okay.
I don't like the word relatively there.
But the problem is, so if the radium starts coming off the watch face and you open it up and the powder gets out and you inhale it, then you're kind of...
Can you put a mercury thermometer in your mouth? Yes. Should you, if it breaks,
Should you chew it? No.
Are you royally screwed? Yes.
No. So, elemental mercury, they used to feed it to people to make them, throw up and go to the bathroom. So, I don't think...
Just one thermometer.
one thermometer is gonna. Yeah, you have to have compounds that you're
Probably for
ingesting
babies,
over
though,
a long
it's better
period
to
of time.
use an electronic thermometer because babies might
Sure.
just break the thing.
Well, we
Okay,
just don't.
so-
I don't think they sell mercury thermometers anymore, do they?
Next week, Rubicon, which is about we warp over to where Book and Tarka are hanging out and probably shoot them a bit. And it probably doesn't work.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't work because they blow up the demon and you want to piss.
And then the Galactic Barrier, where we get Tarka's loyalty mission with Book, where they go to his where he was being imprisoned, and we have his whole flashback thing.
Yep.
And then Rosetta, where we start figuring out how to communicate with the Cthulhu squids.
Yep.
We don't see their Cthulhus yet, but we're going to start talking a little. And it should be good.
reference to the Rosetta Stone, which unlocked Greek and ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not even totally sure that's what happened. I just assumed based on the name Rosetta.
Or the
Rosetta Stone.
Thank you, Ryan.
All right.
Thank you, chat.
But that's next week, and then the week after, we're going to finish season 4 and start season 5. It should be good. We're actually fairly close to the end of Discovery. How much more Discovery do we have? We have 1, 2 streams, 3, 4, 5 more Discovery streams.
Yep.
Bye, glowworms.
Okay, everyone go away.
Have a